Oh, hello friends. Welcome back to another episode of Wisdom, Spiritual Topics. I said I wanted to give you guys nuggets of information so that basically you don't have to go to Google. I'll do it for you, because I know when I was going through my spiritual awakening, I was like, what the actual F is going on in my life? And it would have been very handy to have someone on YouTube who was explaining to me that things were gonna be okay. And if you didn't know, guess what? You're going through a spiritual awakening because the world just went to shit in a handbasket. But guess what? You did. 2020 was a huge spiritual reactivation, awakening. If you've never been through one before, go ahead, check out this video. I will link it up here somewhere, and you can go and see what a spiritual awakening is, because we've all been through it. So stay tuned. I'm gonna also share my personal spiritual awakening story in case you want to relate to someone, so stay tuned for that. But today we are going to talk about the dark night of the soul. What the frick is that? Stay tuned, I'm going to tell you. Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I post videos every week in regards to astrology, spirituality, lifestyle stuff, trying to become a vlogger. So like this video if you want to see some vlogs. Today we are going to talk about a spiritual topic that I feel like I really needed some understanding of when I was going through my spiritual awakening. So if you're interested, stay tuned, watch this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. And essentially, I just want to get these messages to people, because I know when I was going through it, I really would have loved this knowledge and insight. So if you want to see more, you can always follow me over at my Instagram, or if you don't know, I have a blog called Bravely Beautiful where I do astrology readings. You can get your birth chart read. I do different types of readings, so go over there and check that out. Just looking for assistance in some spiritual topics. I know some peeps, so comment below and I will love to do a video for you or point you in the right direction of someone who can help you, because when we do it together, right? All right, so today we're gonna talk about what the frick a dark night of the soul is. With these videos, if you haven't seen one that I've already done before, essentially I go into Google, I find out what the meaning of is that we're covering, and I also give you a little rundown on what my interpretation is. And let me just tell you, dark nights of the soul exactly is what they sound. Yeah, dark night of the soul. Your soul literally feels like it's going through the darkest night over an extended period of time. And it feels like it's never ending, but it does end, so that's the good news. Let's see what Google says. All right, Google this for you and ask, what the heck does Google say? Because, you know, we trust Google with everything. So what the fuck, what WTF is a dark night of the soul? In the world of Google, this is what it says. All of us in our lifetime will experience a dark night of the soul. We use this term to describe the experience of feeling alone, isolated, hopeless, having overwhelming emotions and sadness. You're probably saying, Courtney, that sounds like depression. And it feels like that too, because it's kind of what it is. Oftentimes, the dark night of the soul happens to us when we go through big events in our life. Every single person goes through a massive event that is life-changing in their life. Whether it looks big or small, it will happen. It's not about if, it's about when. It happens. We go through this. It's a part of changing and growing and evolving on the human planet. And if you're somebody who's already spiritually inclined, chances are you're gonna go through these a few times in your life, because essentially what they do is they evolve you to each next level of your personal evolution in consciousness. I hope that made sense for people out there. A dark night of the soul, there are so many things on this. You can Google it, you can listen to podcasts. If you're going through this right now, before I even get into this any further, please know that there are many resources out there for you. If you are experiencing depression, if you're feeling alone or sad, you don't have to do this by yourself. This is why I wanted to make this video. Dark nights of the soul feel lonely. They feel uncomfortable, they feel icky, and they feel like nobody understands what you're going through. And the truth is Those are all really relatable feelings. I've experienced them and many other people have. So to hear me be like, you're not alone. Well, if you're feeling those things, chances are you probably feel alone. So no matter what I say isn't gonna make much of a difference. But if you do take anything from this, know that there are people who have experienced what you are experiencing now. It might have looked different on the outside, but there are people out there. And I can say firsthand, I've been one of them. For me, it was really scary because it was almost like an identity shift or an identity crisis of like, this isn't me. I don't know who I am. Why does it feel so dark here? Why am I having anxiety attacks all the time? Why do I feel like I can't relate to anything around me anymore? Why don't I want to do my regular routines? Why don't I want to eat the same foods? And why am I so interested, listen to this one, on new topics that I've never been interested in before, such as things like spirituality, or for me, it was spirit guides. For me, it was literally like watching shows that had to do with like mediumship and like deep, dark stuff. When I actually sat down and started to like dive into those, I almost noticed like my soul was kind of like feeling a bit more fulfillment. And I don't know why that is. I think dark nights of the soul really kind of like break you open. It almost feels like if you've never experienced what I'm talking about before, you probably have, you just don't know the term. It's almost relatable to a breakup. When you go through a really dark breakup and your heart breaks open, it is hard. It hurts. Your soul, your heart literally feels like it's like we've all been there. It is tough. The dark night of the soul feels like that. It feels like the agony after the breakup. At the end of the day, what it does is it breaks you open. Heartbreak, that's what it does. It literally breaks you open, breaks the walls around your heart in order to experience more. But when you're in it, it doesn't feel like that. It's hard work and it's a lot of overhaul on your soul, your body, mind, and soul. It can feel like you don't want to do many of the things that you used to want to. And it does suck, but you don't have to do it on your own. You can, there are resources to help you. There are many people who have experienced similar things. A year like 2020 put a lot of people into this place, and people who have never experienced feelings and emotions like this on this level before, they did for the first time, and that's a scary thing. So why I wanted to make this video was to, again, bring awareness to the fact that this exists. Literally, I've been reading a book called Supernatural by Joe Dispenza, and I'm literally the worst reader ever, so it's been taking me a while. But one of the theories that he talks about is that, you know, you have the idea to we can literally rewire our brains. In it, there is a chapter where he talks about the dark night of the soul. This is a super common, why can't I think of the word? Term. This is a super common term in the spiritual community, the dark night of the soul. There are books about it. Spiritual teachers all around the world have gone through this themselves. Oprah talks about it. I've heard her talk about this stuff. It literally happens to us. And it's all a part of the evolution of our consciousness. Part of us has to die in order for us to grow. And on a spiritual level, it exists so that we can reach those peaks of enlightenment or, you know, growth in ourselves. One of the things that the dark night of the soul does teach us as well is the darker parts of us. It shows us areas of our lives that, of who we are that don't feel super great. It brings up a lot of our shadow side. It gets us to look at these things so that we can love ourselves wholly in the light and in the dark, and then to emerge from the dark. I love this. I don't even know where this quote is from, but I love this idea that everything that is born in the dark. Babies grow in wombs, seeds grow in the dark. The moon has her phases in the dark. This beautiful essence of like darkness actually creates life. It creates new things. So the dark night of the soul asks you to go into the darkness in order to be reborn, to experience a rebirth, which is gonna be a whole other topic in this spiritual nuggets. But for today, we're gonna leave it at that. Like I said, if you are experiencing any of these emotions or you're feeling like you need support in any way, please reach out. Feel free to DM me. I am gonna leave some links down below. I know a few amazing resources here in Canada for mental health, and just know that you don't have to go through this on your own. It does suck, it's a lot. I recommend finding resources that work for you. Maybe counseling is something, maybe that's not it. For me, it wasn't. For me, it was learning spiritual things and finding teachers and mentors that talked about spiritual topics. That's what resonated with me. It doesn't have to resonate with you, but yeah. If there's anything else I was gonna say to anybody who's experiencing a dark night of the soul, it would be that you are literally being, like I said, reborn, and you're almost in a cocoon of life. And you're getting ready to like spread your wings. In that darkness, use that time to learn about yourself, learn about topics that are out there that interest you, and sit with your emotions and feelings. It's uncomfortable and it's scary, and do not spiritual bypass. There's another video for that here. That's what I'm gonna say about this. We're gonna leave it at that for today. And if you wanna see more, like this video, comment below with a topic that you're curious of, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye, subscribe. See ya. You're loved. You got this.